Faff.
Welcome back to FPL Faff with Jez, Jack, and Jim. I'm Jez.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Jim.
I'm Jack. Nice one.
I need some water.
Guys, how did we go this past week?
Fine.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, define fine. You have 70-something points and you're upset about that. So please go to hell and also run us through your team.
Do you have 70?
69 points. Happy, but not happy with Salah, who was my captain. Disappointing.
Same.
I'm looking at quite a nice set of returns this week. Oh, I'll take from the back. Discounting McCarthy with 0.
Huge.
Horrendous week.
You were lucky to get 0.
He should have been on minus points.
He should have been minus.
9-0.
He should have been minus, no question. But the saves came in, so I was lucky with that. Back 3 of Stones with 6, Trent with 2. He's got huge question marks over him. And Sorfau with 2 as well. He's got 2 nice games, so I'm going to stick with him coming up. Midfield of Gundogan with 8, Salah with 4, he was my captain, Bruno with 17, Sterling with 8, and a really, really nice selection up top with Bamford 5, Antonio 8, and DCL with 9.
Excellent.
Which is good. DCL back lots of goals. I was pleased to see it.
Yeah, I mean, so was I.
Yeah.
I was very happy. And I don't have him in my team, and I will be getting him in. But, my team's looking pretty solid. Where are you in the world now? Because you're just above me, I think, by 10 points, I think you are, Jack.
10 points, yeah. I'm, where am I in the world? 26,500. So I've dropped.
That's huge.
It's good. I'm pleased with it. I dropped about 6,000. But when you're up in the 100k, like you can have 90, you can have 69 points and still drop quite considerably.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's tough up there, but yeah, pleased.
Nice.
Jim, how'd you get on, mate?
I dropped as well. I'm 38,000 in the world. So
I hate both of you so much. I dropped 150,000 spots this week.
Oh, rough.
Brutal. So, guys, I played my wild card and it actually worked out in my favour. However, I've just seen, because we've just, for our listeners, it's on, Thursday night?
Thursday night.
And the Spurs and Chelsea game has just finished. And I've just realised I've left Rudiger on my third sub.
Oh, mate.
He's going to get a bonus as well. Happy. He's going to have 7 points. I've left 17 points on my bench. I'm furious. I'm so furious.
Oh,
my team's too good. I can't put, I finished on 70 points, which is fine. It's obviously that should be plus another at least 16. So Martinez with 4, that was good. Dallas with 1, but I'm happy Everton won, so I'm okay with that. Cancelo with 6, Diaz with 6, Salah with 4 because he was my captain, upset. Fernandez, huge 17. Don't know why I didn't captain him. I really don't. Gundogan, 8. Grealish, 6. Antonio, 8. Wilson, 5. And Bamford, 5. Those 3 up front, I'm going to keep them for at least another 2 weeks because the fixtures look too good. In fact, hang on, I'll tell you that in a moment. On my first sub, I've got Souček with a big fat 9 points.
Oh, Souček.
Matt Target with 1. That was a good decision, but that was either Target or Dallas, and they both gave me 1, so go figure. And then Rudiger, who's going to end up with 7 points. If only I played my bench boost and not wasted it on a double game week and got 4 points.
You can't bench boost and wildcard in the same week.
Oh, true. So. Yeah, correct. Yes. I mean, I did know that. Alas, but the thing is, I brought in the right players. I just couldn't have them all on my starting 11, sadly. But I'm just looking at my team next week. I think I have to bench Wilson, who's going to be at home to Southampton.
I think that is a mistake given how Southampton have been playing and given how Newcastle have been playing. I know they didn't win this week, but Wilson looks like he's ready to do all the bits.
I also think, I agree, Jez. I do think it's a mistake, not necessarily just for that isolated player, but having I'm going to call it a premium striker on the bench anyone that's scoring who's on pens, like Jez, we're going to go to your team next, but to have Watkins on the bench, it's never nice. It's never nice when a striker scores and he's not in your starting 11.
Yeah, look, I mean, I did that was the least of my mistakes this week. I'll go through my team in a second, but look, I can live with Ollie being on the bench. 6 points. He scored a goal, got no bonus. That's the thing with him, though. Even when he scores, he doesn't get in the bonus. So, like, I'm not massively disappointed by that. Obviously, I would prefer to have played him, but, it's not the end of the world for me. So I actually did make 2 transfers going into this week. I got rid of Kane before the price drop. Got in Wilson, so that was a solid move. I then made the biggest mistake of my life, following the previous biggest mistake of my life, which was last week getting rid of Salah. I got rid of Salah, got him instantly back at an inflated price because he did go up during the week before I got him. Cost me 0.4 mil in the process, and who did I get rid of?
Points.
Yeah, and minus 4 points. And who did I get rid of? None other than that
Thomas
big,
Souček.
What is he, Slovenian?
He's Polish, is he not?
Slovakian.
There you go.
No, he's not. We're all wrong. He's Czechoslovakian.
Really?
Can we fact check this? Because this is going live. Jez, can you edit this out?
Yeah.
Thomas Souček.
Him and Sorfal.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought that was just a joke on his name being Czech. All right. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, this is staying in the pod. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't know where Thomas Souček is from, but he's very
amazing.
good.
Yeah.
And I got rid of him.
Love that.
And
I told you to get rid of Son. I told you.
Yes, you did.
Even on the pod. I swear I told you on the
you did. You did. You told me on the pod, and I didn't do it. And so that ruined me. Look, most weeks you would think 59 points is okay, but given how many turn-up kings there were this week, 59, like I think in the FPL Faff mini league, I think that's second to last for this game week. So
can you guess who my FPL king is? We'll get to it. Go through your team first.
If you say Souček, I'm going to jump through this microphone and slap you. Martinez with 4 points at the back. Shut up. Martinez with 4 points at the back. John Stones with 6. Cresswell, disappointing 1 point. It had to be Ollie Watkins sitting on my bench who scores the goal to take away his clean sheet, and then he gets booked.
It's tragic.
5 points in the last 5 minutes of the game. Wiped out. Dallas with 1 point. I wasn't expecting a big return from him. That's fine. Crucially, those 3 defenders all played for me, and I was very concerned because sitting at third sub is Bednarek for me with an FPL worst of minus 7 points. And if one of those 3 guys didn't play, he was going to come on. Tyreek Mitchell sitting at second sub also didn't play, so I was very nervous going into that City game. But anyway, I digress. Bruno with 17 points. Why the fuck is he not wearing my armband? Like I said 5 weeks ago, I should. Gundogan with 8. Son with 2. He needs to go. Grealish with 6. Salah, who did have my armband, with 2 points. What a waste of space. Callum Wilson with 5. And Bamford with 5. So 59 points for me all up.
Very good. I mean, could have been better.
It could have been better, could have been worse. I'm just mad that I took the minus 4 to get Salah back in and ruined myself, but, the breaks.
Everyone did that. Who saw that coming? And big up Brighton, because that was a huge 3 points. And I like Brighton.
I like Brighton too, but I don't like them more than Liverpool.
And I love that Liverpool lost 3 points. Even if it was at the expense of, my captain choice for the week.
I think we do have to shout out to Brighton. They've kept 4 clean sheets in a row. It's impressive, from a team that's kept 2 all season to keep 4 on the bounce and where they are in the league. There's a lot of 4.4 Brighton defenders that I'm having a look at because
there's a couple of 4.3s.
A couple of 4.3s, right?
Remember when I said, look, I was thinking of getting Burn or even White, and then you were like, no, I don't trust them. Look at that.
Yeah,
Can
but
you
Jim,
believe it?
think about it. Where am I in the league and where are you in the league? Why the fuck are you listening to me? At this stage, I'm just here to talk through the segments and let you guys talk on the pod. Our listeners, if I say something and these guys disagree, listen to them.
Speaking of transfers,
you're selling yourself too short.
Speaking of transfers, we're going in. It's a quick turnaround again. It's another Saturday deadline for game week 23. Who are you thinking of getting in?
So I have already made my transfer, and that is a certain Southampton -7 red-carded player who will not be playing this week. He's come out.
Bednarek. He's been so unlucky.
Sorry, did you say Bednarek or Deadnarek?
Whoa. I mean, I feel for the guy, honestly. Like, I do not feel like he should have been sent off.
No, as well.
But clearly,
play a whole game with 10 players.
His red card's been overturned.
On.
Has it?
What?
So Southampton appealed against his red card and it's been rescinded. So he's actually playing.
Excellent.
He's playing on the weekend against Newcastle.
Excellent. But those minus points don't get rescinded, do they?
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Oh, brutal.
They should actually.
Shout out to our close friend who kept Bednarek in their starting 11.
Sorry, Jake.
Sorry. It's rotten luck.
Also, though, did I laugh about it quite heartily? Yes, I did.
Yeah, I really wish Stones did not start, so Bednarek was coming off your bench.
Honestly, I was ready to quit. Can you imagine? Like, that would have been a 13-point swing there.
I'm sorry, it's not a good week for me unless you want to quit. Like, it has to happen.
I mean, so what? There's been 22 good weeks for you then so far.
Yeah.
So tell us, Jez, you got Bednarek out, and who came in?
So I was looking at this, and I was particularly looking at teams that had a couple of double game weeks in hand, and one of them was Burnley. And Burnley are admittedly kind of a grim team, but Ben Mee scores points. He gets clean sheets. He gets forward. Big fat head. Is he Slabhead 3.0? Not sure. I was looking at because he obviously missed the start of the season. So if you filter or if you sort your app by top point scorers, he won't be up there. But since he has been playing and come back from injury, he's actually doing quite well points wise. I think he was 4.5 points a week, and for me that's good enough to justify him in. A couple of double game weeks in there, of which one was just announced in, I think it was game week 24. Yeah, game week 24 for Burnley.
Game week 24 and game week 25. We can discuss that.
But that was enough for me to make the swap. I thought, Bednarek's going to drop value. I don't want to lose that. I want to get him in ahead of double game week. Fine.
Nice.
Jack, have you made your transfer yet?
I haven't made my transfers yet because I was waiting for the double game week announcement, which obviously came today. And to be honest, it doesn't change my thinking really at all because I got Dominic Calvert-Lewin in. He's got United away next. That's never easy. And then, of course, he does have a double game week in 24. He's got Fulham at home. He got a brace earlier this season, I remember, because I captained him.
Yep.
But they're playing City at home in the second game, so I'm not expecting too much there. 2 points. Yeah, completely. So I'm a little bit torn. I'm looking at my 11 now, and I've got 5 players who are playing in the City-Liverpool game, and that is it's a fight for the title, and that doesn't leave me with too much confidence. To be honest, I'm not really expecting too much from my team, so I am considering playing my wild card probably 2 weeks early, which I didn't really want to do, but I'm looking at Gundogan, Salah, Sterling, Stones and Trent, and I can't see too many points from the 5 of them, to be honest. I think it'll be a really tight game.
Oh, really?
So I'm not so sure. I mean, yeah, I've got 2 free transfers. I didn't take any hits this week, so I've got two to spare.
Excellent.
And we'll go through into the top 10 transfers in a bit. That might give me some inspiration, but I'm struggling. I'm struggling right now.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not even making any transfers this game week for going into 23 because I played my wildcard.
Yeah.
I obviously played this thinking long term, and I'm more than happy with it. In fact, I'm going to go through my team right now. I'm playing a 3-5-2, but I want to play
Jez.
Or Jim.
No,
Either or.
it's definitely called a Jez. You can look it up.
It's called a Jez, I think, if you get 59 points, and it's called a Jim if you get 70 plus. Yeah.
And you're called a prick regardless.
Correct. But no, I really want to play 2 at the back. It's a shame the app doesn't let you. Anyway, I've actually got McCarthy.
Play 11 midfielders, but
yeah, I know. I've actually got McCarthy in goal. I swapped him for Martinez because I'm thinking.
Wrong choice.
Yeah, I'm going for them. I think they're going to do okay against Newcastle. I really do. Hence why I benched Wilson. But I benched Wilson because I want to play Souček against Fulham. Like, there's no question he's in my starting 11. So I've got Dallas, Cancelo, Rudiger starting. I've benched Diaz. I've benched Wilson.
Yep.
I've benched Target. The reason being, if Cancelo gets rotated, then Wilson comes in. Diaz is not going to get rotated, so he will play. And I'm not too sure if Liverpool.
Sorry, did you see that Brighton game at all? Because I think
true.
Did Liverpool have a single shot on target?
No, but I don't know. I'm torn because if I play Diaz, he's going to play, and if he gets a clean sheet, which I think they will, but I can't guarantee it. So Cancelo is a rotation risk for a beneficial Wilson coming in who could do something. That's my only reasoning. I'm playing Salah. He's not getting my captain, but watch him turn up. At the moment, I'm captaining Fernandes or Antonio. It's going to be one of the two.
That's a very non-Evertonian move from you, Jim.
I know.
That being said, Manchester United will dick on Everton this weekend. Mark my words.
I don't know. We can turn up. We can. Everyone knows we can.
But Jim,
the whole
Manchester United will dick on Everton this weekend.
I mean, they're at home, and I know they're at home. And we didn't think they were going to do much against Southampton. Anyway, I think it's Everton's completely different. It's completely different. It's like a different type of game because of history. So
I think Everton play very open though, and I think they're going to get hit. To be fair, I think there's going to be goals coming in both ways.
They will be.
Yeah, both teams are scoring. Actually, I'm going to go back to my team very quickly. I know the transfers I'm going to make. I've just had a look at it. I'm going to take Trent out. I'm going to take Romeu out. And I'm going to put in Marcus Alonso and Jack Grealish.
Whoa,
excellent.
Marcus Alonso.
Yeah, it's a bit of a punt, but he's just such an FPL king, isn't he?
He's so good.
Yeah. When he plays, he gets forward. He doesn't give a fuck about defending. He wants to stick that fat left foot through the ball into the top corner. And what
a left foot it is.
He's when he's on form, he's got a clean sheet tonight. And if he, Chelsea looking good at the back. And if he doesn't, he'll get a clean sheet. Chances are in the next 2 games they got, I think Sheffield United and Newcastle. I think it is both. Both really easy games. 20 points in 2 games. You can't mock it. So he might be a bit of a differential.
Yeah, absolutely. No one's got him in. That's why I got Rudiger. Because no one's got him, and obviously I didn't benefit from that differential because I benched him. But he is in my team, and I really hope they keep another clean sheet against Sheffield.
I'm sure they will. Do you know what?
I'm sure, yeah.
If it wasn't for Grealish, I could get Son. He's got West Brom, but I mean Spurs. I am not interested in Son without Kane. Yeah, there's just no 2 ways.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So I'm not either, but this coming week he's got my armband.
Whoa!
Wow!
Okay, huge differential.
This is make or break for me. Nobody else has still got him. West Brom, I'm looking at the other fixtures and I'm like, oh yeah, this is okay. I don't really expect a great week. I don't really see a whole lot of points coming from my players, but Son against West Brom, it's West Brom. They're probably the worst team in the league at this stage. They play very open football. They can't defend.
In form-wise at the moment, yeah.
For sure.
I just feel like Son's going to breeze past somebody and at least bag one.
Guys, what do you think about Bamford at home to Palace?
I feel good about it.
I feel great about it.
So much so that you are thinking about giving him your armband?
Probably not that far. Only
No.
because I'm looking at Antonio, who's a similar price, and he's got Fulham away, and I'd rather stick it on Antonio if anyone. But mine's on Bruno right now.
For me, when it comes to a captain, I think about like the influence that they have on the game, because you want a player that even if they don't necessarily do anything, they're contenders for bonus points, or if they do something, they're going to be 3 bonus points guaranteed.
Yeah.
Bamford's one of those players, like, if he doesn't get the service, he's going to do nothing. The other week, he got dragged off after 59 minutes. You know, he's not a locked 90 minutes. You know, he's not the key to that team.
Yeah.
The one thing I'll add to like differential captains and wanting to go for players that get big points, 10 out of the last 11 game weeks, the highest point scorers have been defenders, which I find quite remarkable actually. It's mental. It's mental the numbers we're seeing. I mean, well, it was Wan-Bissaka this week, Azpilicueta the week before, Cancelo, Stones, Keane, Kieran Tierney. Like you're just not. Ben Mee was in here, and then before that it's Scott McTominay. You know, it's just getting like some really bizarre players who are capping out. We're not seeing Son or Werner or anyone that's like in the top side up top. You're just not seeing.
Yeah,
you're not seeing it anymore.
You got to look at consistency though. Like it's high risk, high reward. But you know, these players that have topped the point tally in the game week, what are they doing those other game weeks? It's like 2, 1, 2, 4. You know, I think you still have to look to consistency. Go on.
You know what time it is?
Is it that time?
Turn up king.
Turn up king.
My turn up king, Jim's turn up king goes to Jesse Lingard.
Jesse Lingard.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout.
No, yeah,
Yes.
you're absolutely right.
Absolutely.
And you know, I'm so pleased for him.
Yeah.
Massively. His last, I don't know, year and a half, 2 years, has it been that long? Have been really bad. I feel just genuinely bad for him.
Just hasn't
really
been able
hard
to get in the starting. Yeah.
He hasn't been able to get in the lineup. He doesn't really fit with that side anymore. You know, I think we all know my thoughts on West Ham, but do you know what? This year they've shattered what I think. So
they're killing it.
Oh.
They're really killing it, and I have to give credit to them, and even Moyes.
Can we not give credit to Moyes though?
I know.
I just don't want to.
I know, neither do I. But
Jesse Lingard has played 90. He's played 90 minutes of Premier League football this season, and he scored 2 goals. Like we're gonna, as I say, we'll talk about it later. But he's on the radar. He's on the radar for a lot of teams.
Yeah, and like I'm not being funny. Moyes is going to keep starting him. He just is.
Oh yeah, of course he is.
Yeah,
like Bowen's not been in great form recently. I don't think he hasn't got a return for like maybe 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm. He's great to come on as a sub like he did.
Yeah,
in the
impact
game.
sub. He's a quick player. End of the game, tired legs. Absolutely.
Yeah, so much. So that's why he's got my turn up king, because who saw that coming? Literally no one. I don't even think Jesse Lingard saw it coming, because it wasn't 24 hours before he even knew he was going to be West Ham before the game anyway. So excellent, and a huge differential and he should be someone that people should be looking at if they can fit him in to their teams. And
I think I saw a stat that 4 FPL managers out of the entire competition triple captained J Lings this week.
Wow. That's ballsy. That's inside information, you know, like must be. It could be even Jesse Lingard himself.
Yeah, Jesse himself taking the piss.
I would love that if that was the case. Because he'll be like, right, I'm up for it. I'm going for it. I mean, did any of you see the post-match interview with Bamford when he was saying when he assisted and he was sad about it because he joked about having himself in his own FPL team? Thought that was excellent. And can you imagine if you got yourself in your FPL, you're going to want to turn up as much as you can.
James Justin was getting on the bench as well about FPL.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, on his Insta, 3 points from him.
I mean, of course, they are all listening to us. So,
well, yeah, they're our biggest fans. Come on.
Yeah, absolutely. And my tiny turn up. My tiny turn up, not so tiny turn up, because he was excellent. Is Luke Shaw.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
He's been incredible. He's been the best left back in the league this season.
Yeah,
Well,
literally. I mean,
Yes.
the reason I'm giving it to Luke Shaw
No.
because obviously there's lots of big turn-ups. Again, I like to keep it a bit varied and mix it up. But I just thought he was excellent, and his assists with those crosses were just so good. Fullback to fullback.
He's been great, man. He really
Wan-Bissaka's
has.
goal for the first one has been
I think he's played really well recently. I don't think at the start of the season he was quite there. And to be honest, I think he was lucky to hold on to his place with a timely injury to Alex Tellers.
definitely.
But
I like
look,
Alex
he's
Tellers.
here. He's here now, and he's basically cemented into that spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, just a quick shout out, Alex Stainsby. Damn you! You have overtaken me in the FPL Faff mini league. I'm coming to get you in
Men
6
with
weeks'
Ven.
time.
Watch
Men
out.
with Ven.
Ben, shout out. Great team, great squad. Keep climbing. Keep doing what you're doing.
So, guys, a couple of things just to chat through before we go into the transfers in and out. Josh King has arrived at Everton. He's
Yes, I'm
5.5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at him. He didn't start on the weekend, but I don't think any of us expected him to. I would say in probably about 4 weeks' time, we might see him start to get into that side as he gets in training, learns all the tactics, whatever. At 5.5, I'm very interested. He is a proven goal scorer coming into an Everton team that really enjoy attacking.
Absolutely going to play in the double game week in game week 24. I think in both games, actually. Do I think he'll start both of them? No. Maybe not even one of them. But he will come on in both of them. And I feel he will be a huge impact player. And I'm stoked. I'm so happy that we've got him.
He's a Premier League player.
Premier League pedigree.
Exactly. He's a Premier League striker. There's no doubt. But he's not gonna get in ahead of DCL. That's just not gonna happen. The only thing I'd say is that they play one up top, so they don't. I can't see where's he going to fit unless he cuts him from the wing.
I think probably what's likely is that he'll take Iwobi's spot and play out on the right. So he won't be a centre striker, or maybe DCL will go out to the right, but I can't see that happening.
Yeah, I can say if he will start, I think Iwobi will be benched, and. Yeah, we'll just play with the three with King, DCL, and Richarlison. So, which is incredible. But yeah, whether that'll be at the start of the game, I doubt it. Towards the end of the game, absolutely.
Faff.
Transfers in and out.
It's been a bit of a weird one. There's, again, short game week, so we're not seeing anything too major. But we'll take it, as we always do, starting from top 10 transfers out. Number 1 is Bednarek, which...
Classic.
Which makes sense after a -7. I don't blame managers for doing that. But I've got to say, I don't think their fixtures are horrific, and his red card's been rescinded, so I don't know whether that might be rash.
There was a lot of very early, very angry transfers in the game week, I think.
Do we know if anyone has triple captained him? Or even
I don't know,
him?
but a moment
I
of silence
really want to
if you
see their
have.
squads if they did.
Yeah, that would be mental.
I can't imagine going into a week of FPL and coming out of it needing a new phone. That's
Bednarek number 1. Harry Kane is number 2, obvious reasons. Still no return date.
a price drop.
And a price drop. He's 11 million. I will be keeping an eye though, because as soon as he's back, he's very likely coming in. Bernd Leno is number 3. Again,
he
unsurprising.
lost his head. I don't know which one was more of a stupid red card, David Luiz or him. No, do you know what? It was
Both.
Leno. David Luiz was accidental.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a culprit for that type of thing, but it was a genuine mistake. Leno, what the hell is he doing?
Yeah, weird one.
Yeah.
Really weird.
It's so mad. So mad. I know, actually, I just want to mention that the rule now, apparently, is that if you actually take the player out, if you're defending, that's better. So you could cause another player an injury by taking them out and getting a yellow. But if you just try and avoid them and get a apparent knock, then you're sent off. Like,
So
mad.
I think that needs clarifying because what you just said is very vague. The rule is that if you're going for the ball or seem to be going for the ball, like there's intent to play the ball.
Yes, absolutely. What I'm trying to
that's
say
a yellow
is
card
like,
offense. But if you don't attempt to play the ball, i.e., if you're trying to get out of the way and you clip their legs like David Luiz did, straight red.
yeah. But like what I'm trying to say is like if he wasn't trying to get out of the way and he was intent to try and get the ball, which he'll never have got to.
Yeah, then
he
that's a
would've-
yellow card apparently. Yes.
Yeah, but like he could have potentially caused an injury. So it's like what like enforcing players to try and do that. I don't know.
I don't really like that rule, to be honest. I think if a player's through on goal and they have no players ahead of them and you foul them, goal scoring opportunity prevented, that's a red card to me.
Anyway,
Yeah, I agree with that.
out.
So Leno's number 3, Wilfried Zaha is number 4. He's picked up a knock. That's unfortunate because Palace's run of games is nice, and without him is a bit of an issue. But again, he's only scored 2 in his last 12, so that probably is enough to get him out in any case. Phil Foden is number 5, who again hasn't done anything for a while. He's in and out of the team. Not too interested in that. Ben Chilwell, number 6, he will start to plummet in price, I'm sure. Salah is number 7.
Wow.
Number 8
That's
is
surprising.
It's not though, is
Yeah.
it? He's had one turn up in 7 weeks. Come on.
Yeah, maybe, but it's still Mo Salah. Like,
Sure, but like there's only 19 weeks left. Like I can't have him turn up once every 8 weeks, you know?
yeah.
Yeah. Number 8 is Mane. Yes, Liverpool just don't look the same without him. Number 9. Number 9 is Kieran Tierney, who is still injured, and number 10 is Heung-min Son.
Ooh, that worries me, but it also makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, value going down
Yeah.
again for you, Jez. You love that.
Look, I'm at that stage now where he can afford to drop another 0.1 and it's not going to hurt me. But
Nice.
after that point, I'm a little bit worried. I really need Harry Kane to come back ASAP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So take us through the transfers in, Jack.
Transfers in, number 1 is Aaron Wan-Bissaka after his big 17 points.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see him getting 17 points every week, but it's enough of a reason to
Yeah,
get
I-
in, or at least be interested.
That feels like a bit of a bandwagon choice.
That's totally bandwagon, but it's form, isn't it? I think
It is.
a lot of managers just check who is the most informed defender, midfielder, striker, and then just get in if they can. You know.
Yeah, to their credit though, they're playing well and they're looking better at the back, so there are clean sheets there for Wan-Bissaka. But he's not going to be getting attacking returns as frequent as he is. Number 2 is Mikel
And no
Antonio,
double game weeks.
and no double game weeks.
Mikel Antonio.
I'm loving this.
Have you not got him in yet?
No.
I got him. I think I got him in at 6. He's now 6.6, so he's flying in the value. I'm pleased with that. Number 3 is Jesse Lingard, who for me is still too early. Still too early for me. He's 5.6. 5.9 even his price. I want to see a little bit more, to be honest, before I even think about it. Number 4 is Luke Shaw. Number 5,
great.
Luke Shaw, who's 4.9, may I add.
Yeah, to be fair, he's nailed on
very
that
good
spot
value.
now. He's 4.9. United are playing well.
So I think that's a more wise decision than possibly Wan-Bissaka. But
I guess-
Wan-Bissaka doesn't get rotated out or...
That's the thing.
That's
When
true.
Bissaka,
Yeah.
he will never not play.
Mhm.
But Luke Shaw might occasionally get a rest for Tellez.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fit as a dog. Wan-Bissaka, he'll just carry on playing, wouldn't he? Number 5 is Ruben Dias. He's always in this list. Souček is number 6. Number 7 is Bruno Fernandes. Number 8 is James Justin. James Justin, who hasn't missed a Premier League minute this season. He's played every single second of
He's
the
been
campaign for
huge.
Leicester,
And
which is,
we
highly
all
impressive.
got him out way too early.
Yeah,
Yeah,
way
we
too
did.
early.
I honestly thought he was going to lose his spot when Pereira was back. now Castagna, I think, is injured as well, which is helpful. But I think he's justified his spot, even if all of their backs are healthy.
Yeah, I agree.
He's been basically the best player in their team this year.
Mm-hmm.
He's been great. He's been very, very good. Aaron Cresswell is number 9. A lot of managers still getting him in. And number 10 is James Maddison.
Yep, he's been in great form.
Yeah.
Which makes perfect sense.
It's still quite a little expensive. It's kind of like have Maddie or Grealish, unless you don't have Salah, then have both, which is actually probably
Look, man,
better,
I'm thinking about it. Like, I might have to get rid of Salah again.
If you think of like longevity for the rest of the season, if you have Maddie and you have Grealish, it's going to be probably more beneficial than just having Salah and then one of them.
Thing is, I think Maddison's the type of player, he'll go through a great run of form and then he'll do nothing for about 4 or 5 weeks in a row.
Maybe. I don't think he'll do nothing, but yeah.
But he's not as important to
it's
Leicester.
either him or Barnes, like...
Yeah, I mean, their midfield 3, they're all very important players. Tielemans, Barnes and Maddison, whereas at Villa, the ball goes to Grealish and that's how it runs. Like, at the end of the game, if they're down, it's just kick it to Grealish and let him run.
It's just chances. Grealish just creates chances. Whether Villa put them away or not, he is so important just for... He's their playmaker. Like, he is... so important for just giving the ball, something is likely to happen. Draws the most fouls.
I've just had a thought. It's a complete rash thought, and I don't know why I'm thinking it, but I might get Jack Grealish out for Jesse Lingard.
You are an idiot.
I might do it for 1 week, just for having Antonio. Lingard and Souček, because I really think they're going to do Fulham.
Well,
really,
there's
really
a lot of eggs in that basket.
There are a lot of eggs in the basket, but I just can't see Grealish against Arsenal. I've got a feeling Arsenal are going to...
Exactly.
I feel like they're going to shut up shop. Arsenal, they're not too bad defensively now, which is a bit of a surprise. It equally wouldn't surprise me if Grealish has 2 points this week.
That's why I'm thinking it.
I'm not sure about the Arsenal game. I don't really know which way that's going to go, but I think Grealish versus the Arsenal midfielders, I think he's winning that battle. To be honest, you've got the midfield 3 for Villa, which is looking pretty strong, of Barkley, Traore, and Grealish. I think they might actually do Arsenal.
Wow.
Well, we'll get to that in the next section, won't we?
Yeah.
We will.
Faff.
Fixtures, right. Well, let's talk about that immediately. Aston Villa Arsenal, first game of the week.
Whoa.
I think
Arsenal 6-0. Jokes.
Arsenal in the first half against Wolves looked very, very good. And difficult to say because we went down to 9 men, but I think that they can carry that on into this game. I do think it'll be 2-1 Arsenal. I do think Villa will score, but I think it'll be an Arsenal win.
I'm thinking 0-0 for this one.
That also wouldn't surprise me.
For some reason, it's the early kickoff. You would think there's going to be a lot of chances. But yeah, I've got a feeling it might be 0-0. I'm probably most definitely wrong. But I can't call it either way. That's why I'm saying it.
I do think this will be a tight game, but I think I'm just going to give it to Villa. Let's say
because for some reason you hate Arsenal.
It's not for some reason. It's because it's a shit club. But
no, what? That's insane.
I think this is 1-0 to Villa.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sticking with it. Burnley, Brighton.
Oh god, horrific.
Might be the turnip.
I don't think so.
Not quite the turnip for me, but I do think it'll be a bit of a horrific score. Both of these teams, they can defend on their day, and I feel like they're both going to do that in this game, and it's going to be it's a nervy game, this one, because it is a bit of a 6-pointer. They're both down there. I'm going to go 0-0.
I was going to say that. I think it's 1-0 to Brighton. I think the Seagulls can do it again 3 times in a row with the 1-0s. Yeah.
I am going to go 0-0, and that would suit me just fine. Ben Mee, 3 bonus points. Thank you very much. Newcastle, Southampton.
I'm going to give it Southampton. 2-1 Southampton.
I think their
I hope
squad's.
not.
I think their squad's too. It's just too depleted. There are too many injuries, too many academy players. They love getting sent off after 70 seconds.
That's brutal.
Oh,
It'll be.
so dumb.
It's harsh. It's a tight game. This. I'm going 1-1.
Well, should I keep McCarthy? I don't know. I actually called Arsenal being 0-0, so I should put Martinez back in my starting 11, right?
I mean, yes, that is how logic works.
Yep.
Martinez against his old club.
Yeah.
He's going to be a turn-up king.
There's
3
going to be
bonus
something really
points, 8
poetic
saves.
happening. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's sorry. There's something so funny about Leno being suspended. Matt Ryan, who's just come to Arsenal, I don't think he's fit to play. So there's a third-string goalkeeper for Arsenal, and the best goalkeeper they've had this season is playing for the other team.
Yeah.
That's just funny to me. I'm going to go... I don't think this is going to be a particularly interesting game. I think maybe 1-0 Newcastle. Yeah.
Okay.
Fulham, West Ham.
West Ham for me, form over everything. I think Fulham are getting better in their form, but like the squad now of West Ham, I think they've got it, and I think it's going to be at least 2-0 to West Ham.
I am going to go 2-0 West Ham.
I am also going to go 2-0 West Ham.
Well, unanimous.
I just don't see Fulham getting anything out of this game. West Ham have been pretty solid at the back.
Mm-hmm.
They've been solid up top as well.
Yeah, they've been great.
Manchester United, Everton.
Good game. This one.
It's going to be a great game.
This is my turn up of the week, I think.
Yeah, this will be a good one. And I think it'll be a United win. I'm going to go 2-1 United.
Oh, sadly, I think that might be it. But I'm going to big up my boys and back them, and I'm going to say 3-1 Everton.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Wrong. Wow.
We get the tactics right on the day. Honestly, it can happen.
It could be.
I can't. No, I can't see.
I've got to back them. Just for
I can't see it happening. Everton will get 1 goal. I think it's going to be 3-1 Manchester United. Yep.
Moving on.
Sorry, Jim. Spurs, West Brom. If this game is not at least 6-0, I will cry.
I'm going to give it West Brom.
Don't do that.
I'm giving it West Brom. I'm going to say it's going to be 1-0 to West Brom, and I cannot wait.
Don't hurt me like that.
This is difficult for me because if Spurs win, it's all going to be Son. But this is probably the biggest form versus fixture dilemma for a player, I think, this season. Son is bang out of form. He is not playing well. But
why isn't Bale starting and playing?
Because Bale is shite.
He's not, though.
No, but he doesn't train. He doesn't put in when he's on the pitch.
Do we know that for sure? Like, there's something going on. I just don't get it.
Yeah, there's something going on when he's on the pitch, fresh on at the 80th minute. He's walking around.
Yeah, that's true.
Fucking run. The guy's been watching videos of Martial play, and he's like, oh, okay.
I think I'm going to go 2-0 Spurs, but it could be one of those like weird games where Steven Bergwijn gets a couple of goals, and you just it's all a little bit weird. I'm going to go 2-0 Spurs.
Wow. I want this to be 4-0. Realistically, I'm going to say it's 1-0 Spurs.
1-0 West Brom, definitely.
Oh, shut up. Wolves, Leicester.
Not sorry.
This is an interesting game. Both missing the key
Is
man
it?
up top.
Is it?
Yeah, I get it. New words, I know. Fine.
Wolves just come from a dodgy win, in all fairness.
Yes, look, a dodgy win against 9 players, not convincing. They do have a new forward up there, William Jose. He's looking okay.
Yeah, he is. It's going to be a Leicester win for me.
Yes, it is, yeah.
Not by too much, but 2-0 Leicester.
I agree. Yeah. William Jose was a good signing. He puts himself about, a bit of a target man. He's by no means, he's no Jimenez, is he? But no. He gives us something new. I think they'll score. I think Leicester will score more. I'm going to go 2-1 Leicester.
I don't think I don't think Wolves will score. This one's Leicester 2-0 for me. Liverpool Man City, on paper, well, actually this is a very important game, but on paper it looks like a very interesting game. I think it's going to be anything but. I reckon this might be 1-0 City.
No, it's definitely going to be more than that. I know I'm going to be contradicting myself. This is one of those games where obviously Liverpool are in dire form, which is excellent. I also don't want Man City to run away with the fucking league, which they are doing at the moment. So yeah, with this, you can imagine that Liverpool turn it completely around, pull it out the bag, and like absolutely destroy City.
Well, they have to. Like this,
they do have to. There's no way getting around it.
The season is over.
Correct. And with that in mind, I don't think that's going to happen, but they do have to do it. I think City will win, and it will be more than a 1-0. I'm going to say it's going to be quite open. I'm going to say 3-2 to Man City.
Wow.
This will
be one of them.
Yeah, this will be a tight game. I think it's all going to be one in the midfield, and I think City. This is the game they really need De Bruyne, and it's a shame that he's not going to be playing. I just think Liverpool are in a real hole at the minute. I think Sunday will be the day when City win the league. I'm going to go 2-1 City.
Well, look, I think Liverpool are making a mistake, and unfortunately, it's a mistake they've had to make by playing Henderson at centre back, because they've just signed 2 centre backs. Who knows when they'll be able to play? But he needs to be in that midfield. He's a controlling presence in there, and they just don't have that at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not upset about it.
Yeah. Okay, great. Sheffield, Chelsea.
Chelsea, yeah. They've been in good form. Clean sheets they haven't looked that. They have looked okay.
Chelsea have looked okay. I think it's fair to say.
They have, yeah. But clean sheets are the most important thing, and yeah, getting those little wins, which end up being huge wins. It's going to be another one of that. I'm going to say 2-0 to Chelsea.
Chelsea lost Thiago Silva in the first half today, and I think that will probably be a bit of a testing injury for them. I don't think it'll be a problem against Sheffield United, by all means. I think they'll keep another clean sheet, but one to watch for future games. I'm going to go 2-0 Chelsea.
I am going to agree with both of you. 2-0 Chelsea to me.
Huge.
And I'm looking forward to this last game, actually. Leeds versus Crystal Palace.
Yeah, definitely. Leeds win for me. I'm going 3-1. Yeah, to Leeds.
I agree. Leeds win. Full of energy against an old Palace side. I'm going to go 2-1 Leeds.
I would love this one to be a clean sheet, but let's be real, it's not going to be.
No.
3-1 Leeds.
Wow.
I think Rapinha's going to do some stuff. He's going to be doing all the bits.
Mm-hmm.
Good player.
He's a shrewd player to get in.
He's cheap as well. He went down in value this week.
That's mad.
That's mad. I mean, he did have an injury flag, so I guess there was.
He's got a double game week coming up as well.
He does.
I'm seriously looking at that because I've got Dallas, I've got Bamford. I'm thinking of getting Raphinha in. Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad shot, to be honest. No. Those are decent fixtures too.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I think that's that for this week.
Nice one.
If you do want to hit us up on the socials, you can find us at FPL Faff. And if you do want to join our FPL Faff mini league and add on to my misery as you jump ahead of me in the league,
please do.
You can do so with the code DKSORK. One thing worth shouting out is we just hit our 200th subscriber on YouTube, so huge. Thank you everyone for listening.
Faff.